We met at camp when we were 16 years old. It was the summer of 1996.
We met here in 1969.
When did we meet? In
85.
1985.
We met in 1970.
She had a bunkmate on Teesside that I knew, and she introduced Michelle and I to each other.
And I guess in June of '66, when they had the meeting in the city where all the counselors and supervisors.
And we were just friends for a long time, and we actually lost touch in college and then got back in touch at an alumni event. I think it was Volunteer Day.
I was here 1 year, and after that, 2 years later, we were married.
The beginning of orientation, we met.
And then our first date was during orientation week. We went to do Suzanne's laundry together.
Yeah, but we weren't supposed to. We were supposed to have a real date. And because Jordan said to me, it's your last chance to ask me out because I'm going to be leaving.
So everybody kind of introduced themselves to each other. And I saw this girl in this pink dress who looked nice and had long legs. And I said, whoa. And you kind of just checking it out. And then we went to, then in the camp, in the training, there was an overnight. And I think that's where we started talking, at that overnight.
So then she worked in camp the summer of '80. I came to visit her quite a bit. We worked together in '81, and in 1982 I worked here and she came to visit me.
He befriended me. I really was practically alone. And I went home that night and I said to my mother, Ma, I met this really nice guy, but he's so skinny. He's cute, but he's so skinny. And I actually think that night I fell in love with him.
What I remember is playing the guitar on the hill facing the dining room on Teesside. And Alan, well, you explain. You were a man, yeah, okay.
He came up, I was here, and all of a sudden, like, he was at home. He was playing the guitar for all the kids, and I said, who is that guy?
By the end of the summer, we were, you know, a very romantic couple.
Yeah,
so.
We knew that if our relationship lasted, once we went home to the real world, that we would probably get married. And we just celebrated our 41st anniversary. We have 2 wonderful kids and a gorgeous, gorgeous 3-year-old grandchild. So.
Well, camp is just such a special place. Like the friendships that you make, they're like a lot of them are forever friendships, and the bonds are so much stronger because you're spending 24/7, you know, with the people.
Yeah.
So that really reinforced our relationship up front, I think.
Yeah.
Surprise Lake, I mean, well, first of all, most importantly, I wouldn't have Ellen if it wasn't for Surprise Lake, but...
It's a special place. I don't know what else to say.
Well, most of my best friends come from camp. I met my lovely bride at camp. My 2 children have long camp careers. You know, a lot of the best things in my life come out of Surprise Lake Camp.
You know, camp is a wonderful place to meet someone because you both have the same interests, and it's a world unto itself. The summers were the best summers I have had, and I loved it.
It's a great place to be, and literally enjoyed every summer that I had up here.
Every summer.
So it's definitely a great place to form all sorts of relationships.
Evidence today by Alumni Day. Look at all the people that were here.
Yeah,
You see campers, when they see each other, they scream. No matter what camp they come from. They have a bond that's so strong.
Here in camp is very intense. And I think that's part of it, that you're just working with people all the time, seeing people all the time. And relationships, I think, develop pretty quickly here in camp.
You're yourself, and you get to know the other person on a level which is really important to the relationship. And it's lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, you think people are still going to meet their spouses at camp? Absolutely,
yes.
And I think it's a nice place because, you know, if you come up to Surprise Lake, right, for the summer, and you meet someone at camp, you're meeting a special person, okay? I mean, that's someone who loves, for me, I love the camp. And if two people come here and they love this camp and they fall in love, they have that bond that they share, and it's a nice bond, okay? I mean, camp people are good people.